Hey Lucas! Welcome on in. How you doing, dude? Bad brain night? Doing alright? Well, you just relax and enjoy the stream. I'm testing something out on low magic age. They finally added Ranger as a class. Finally. So what I'm doing is now I am going to practically recreate the party that I originally had. But I'll be adding a Ranger. They also added auto battles. I want to feel how the auto battles work. So that means I need to they finally added Ranger to it, which is actually pretty neat. So we will be doing two things. We're recreating the same party I had before. I'm streaming, by the way, Dick.
Oh.
And doing so, we will also see how... I'm going to quickly close my door. How the auto battle system works. See how refined it is. So, we'll make our Ranger first. Bow and spear, like I had before. And now we get to pick a favored enemy. Interesting. I am gonna go for beasts, or animals, to start with. We'll be going ranged combat, we'll be picking up point blank shot. And they added fast shots. When using a projectile weapon such as a bow, increase its range by 1/2, multiplier by 1-half. When using throwing weapons, the range is doubled. That's actually pretty neat. I like that. He was good. Is there an actual bow wielder one here? No? Sag. I don't know if you were intrigued by the details, or did you know the official material that came out for... I'm not interested in Goblin Slayer, period. Sorry.
Lots of anime is really their jam.
A lot of the anime of the last, what, 3 to 4 years, this OP character does OP things. It's just like, oh, okay.
I mean, a generalization, but...
You know, I'm gonna make Lycus my Ranger. I'm just gonna go ahead and delete all these other characters that I have prepped. I have them in a save somewhere. Alright, so we need Eaters again. Half-Orc. Barbarian. Barbarian, thank you. Dex Red Sword. I'm gonna stick to what I said. Give him
To be fair, you also don't give any of the ones a. He's never mind.
Hop up. Still one that's just... Yeah, that'll work. I'm not using that portrait though, it's gonna make me laugh every time I see him. Just make him neutral evil, because he can't be lawful evil as a barbarian. Add K back in. As a cleric. Go mace. Combat casting. Turning. I wanted to mention it because the manga came out. It was a few years ago. He learns. So. Yeah, sadly, that still doesn't interest me. It's already been ruined slightly because it's the whole Overlord situation where it's just OP character does OP things.
I mean, Goblin Slayer isn't exactly OP. It has no special powers. In fact, has died. I'll just stop.
Conjuration, vacation. Magic missile, summon elemental. Ari is also always lawful neutral. Doug.
Yep. No, she's chaotic good.
Okay. Any obvious casters? No, that's fine. Yeah, good. What am I forgetting? One fighter. Yeah, one extra fighter, that's right. Oh, I'm forgetting Futo. That's what I'm forgetting. Oops. So, oh, it's just the red crossbow lady. There she is. Go-to is awful, always lawful, neutral. And you know what? This is a group of 5. So, there was 2 things for this. 1, recreate the original party from level 1. That was the base idea. 2, do nothing but do nothing but the auto battle and see if it can be trusted. Yes, I'm gonna have no input in this whatsoever. I might keep control over K, I don't know. But the entirety of it is we've got a ranger. Lycus is being a ranger. We have auto battle. I want to see if the auto battle is intelligent enough to keep the party alive and not make bad decisions. Probably is, but hey, it's why things can always be changed. And 3, to give post commentary on combat. What's the name of our party?
Riffraff.
Okay, you're gonna have to type that for me, because I have no clue how to spell either of those words.
R-I-F.
R-A-F. R-A-F? R-I-F? R-A-F?
R-A-F.
Like that?
Hold on a second, I have to mod this real quick. I don't have the screen open because
So it's...
some days I take...
Is it R-I-F? And then...
R-I-F-F. R-A-F-F. Riffraff.
Alright, Riffraff it is. Okay. Let's do this shit. Riffraff it is. We're nothing but riffraff. Okay, let's see the skill set for Ranger, actually. Oh, Ranger has Listen and Search. Nice. Sadly, Search is a one-man skill, but it's not a bad thing to have. They also have Spot and Survival. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is... animal handling, because they do get animal companions at a certain level. Oh, does it just skip the battle for us? Do we not get to see it? Oh no, that's the first location. Never mind, that's not actual combat. Alright, so let's check one thing. Does Lycus have a bow? Lycus does have a bow. Perfect. Draw your weapons. Todd has joined the battle. Now where is auto battle? Any button to abort. Okay, it still shows the percentage, which is not bad. Nice! Okay, it looks like it's actually doing something pretty smart. Okay, and do I have to re-enable it for everything? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that's normally the +1 strength spell, so that's gonna go straight to Yeeters. Alright, let's get spells underway. 2 elementals, 2 magic missiles. That looks to be good. Oh! Barbarians gained the listen skill. Interesting. Clerics don't gain any new skills from this update. So we'll just go 2 into religion, 2 into history, 2 and 2. No new skills for wizard, which is not to be shocked.
But I want new spell.
I think that adding spells, everything's in works. You gotta remember that this game still is in beta.
Magic missile.
Well, I'm giving you Magic Missile because I just want to see how Order Battle plays. If it plays intelligently, I'll give you other spells. If it puts you right beside someone and then you start casting magic, then I will manually control the casters. And Futo. Alright, that's that. Alright, let's go into... Yeah, you know, actually, that's a pretty sound bout of combat for our first little encounter. Seems like they've made a lot of the game more smooth, which is actually pretty good. Alright, I think Futo is still in melee range. All characters fight automatically using their common attacks without using limited resources such as spells, potions, etc. Ah, okay. So K would have never healed anyone. Is there a way to make it so it can? Nope. And an NOP. Yeah, they're trying to do Fudo and melee. The image that I saw on Steam is that you could enable it for certain characters. But you know what? That's fine. I gotta make Futo ranged. Okay. Can we cast spells outside of combat now? Is actually my main question. Maybe in the future they choose to refine it. So you can just have certain characters automatically do shit. I did not make food arranged. I'm stupid. That's a little disappointing, to be very honest. Shooting in... Oh, I guess it's a corner. Again, level 1 sweeping strikes. I hate it. God damn it. Yeah, okay, I can't. Alright, so auto battle needs a little bit more refinement. I think what they've tried to do, it's smart. It does make it more automatic. Oh, fuck you with your fucking sweeping strike bullshit. I hate sweeping strikes at level 1. It makes no sense. Oh, elementals are automatically... Is there a way to... Oh, I can party config. Ah, neat. Okay, cool, cool. I can do it for individual characters. Neat, neat.
You know what's neat?
You?
You.
Yeah, you.
No, you.
Oh. I need to go to the main town to do that, I think. Okay. Not good. Lycus can be ordered. I'll keep control of the K and Ari though.
Yay, I'm special.
Oh, you're a caster.
I require special attention.
Yes, because since you don't cast spells. What I might try to do is I'll get just a base of fighter to fill the 5th position. Yeah.
One of these days, I'll do an actual full playthrough of Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
I get to the second act and then it gets boring to me.
Yeah. Isn't that when they introduce horses and whatnot? Or is that a module?
No, that's different.
Never mind.
Now, you want to use that mount horse option on the cat and turn it into an eyeless beholder.
Oh no, you did that yourself.
I know. I'm making a joke about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a weird fucking bug.
Very.
Hilarious, but weird. I should have tried to play with it.
You should have. No worries. I also decreased the amount of time between saves now, so it's once every 5 days instead of once every 10, because once every 10 days is a bit too long. So we go combat archery style, which gives... He's treated to have rapid shot feat. He also does not have the normal pre-equip feat for it. Neat. All right. Interesting. And then you got your two weapon ranger as well. Okay. Make Futo ranged before I forget again. Futo is a ranged ranger. But Lycus do his new skills. I don't need another cleric. Yeah, let's go through that place. Because why not? Right, I need to collate skills and whatnot. Here's a skill. Alright, what I'm hoping is that we have Lycus have a high enough listen that he'll just be able to do things, as stupid as that sounds. Elemental right there. Neat. Okay then. Since we're autoing certain characters now, it's actually less requirement. Got a sling, interesting. Oh, you know one thing I forgot to buy before I left? I forgot to get bolts and arrows. Unless I can make a returning arrow and or bolt. +1 short sword. Interesting. Neat. That's a very, very small dungeon, which is not bad for us, actually. No one can really use the short sword, so we could just straight up sell it. A mithril dagger. I'm gonna hold on to that. The dagger goes from 1 to 0.5. Plate is medium. Give Yeeters some more armor. Right, bolts and arrows before I forget. They don't have any. Oh, no, they do. Oh, and they have a +1 masterwork thieves tools. Perfect. I'll also buy. That's a tower shield. I thought that was a. Never mind. We'll get a fighter or a paladin or something to take more of a frontline approach. I think that would actually be pretty good for us. Oh, okay, I can just hit that. I can't hit that. Okay, never mind. I gotta remember that it's still level 1 and my healing's going to be utter shite. Maybe getting a paladin would not be a bad idea. Swap. Delay. Defend. Use item. There we go. But yeah, the auto combat seems to be working okay. As stupid as that sounds. Wrong character. So Eudes is just going to be taking tons of damage until we can get him some better equipment. Let's explore the world. We don't need another list of things. Mountain Dwarf Fighter. Interesting. Weapon focus and tower shield. Perfect. Alright, so they just automatically go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they go. They just go.
Just.
Go, summon an elemental. But yeah, no, this is actually a pretty cool idea. I like it. It just means, like, if you do have something like a fighter, they can just, you know, idle on. Because fighters tend to not have a lot of things attached to them, like, to manage. So I think it's not a bad idea that they've done this. But again, they need to be able to let us cast spells outside of combat. That's my only gripe I have at the moment. Alright, let's get this dwarf a tower shield, so he can practically be movable. Looks like Ari and I have leveled, which is not a bad thing. Oh, they removed the speed penalty from tower shield. That's nice. That's very good. That's very kind of them. Just get more HP. Ari gets a new spell. Let's go ahead and grab Mage Armor. And sleep. I'm gonna hold on to that Mithril Dagger, even though it will sell for a chunk. Alright, let's go over here and test. Today is just practically testing their systems, seeing if it all works. She'll get it eventually if it kills it. Oh yeah, because these are kobolds. They have light blindness. Oh, they changed the Earth Elemental picture. Interesting. Alright, I only have 2 skill points, which is kind of annoying, but I understand the why. Alright, gets... Oh, you get 6 skill points, Dick. Boop the dick!
Oh, boop the dirt!
Boop the Dirk. One dog, a few shooters, a few cutthroat. That's fine. It's like sometimes the auto battle just doesn't commence for certain characters. No, bad puppo! Just chill out. I need to convert one of those magic missiles into sleep just in case we run into a massive group. Which I can actually enable a full, like, 10... base 10 group, 32 group sizes. If I really wanted to. Can I actually change that now? No, okay, I'm gonna do that at the start. Whatever. Let's go from combat to combat. We really won't get magic items until a little later. But it's fine. Damn! Like, out here getting that fat crit. Missed by Lycus. Futo is going to keel over if she doesn't move, but that's fine. That's why I am here to give her HP. Futo moves up to just shoot one dude in the face and takes a shot herself. The air elemental decides to bonk the last of that cutthroat's HP. And our fighter, no, that was Yidis. Yidis decides to get a 35 crit in, which is not bad. I'm not going to heal people, because I think we have enough power to kill this archer. Ari's going to Magic Missile, and the Elemental is going to get that last Kabonk. I'm going to take a rest. This party's looking a tad wounded.
Oh no!
Oh crap, I forgot to change out one spell. One thing of Magic Missile for one thing of Sleep. Sleep is a very strong spell. It's very interesting. Alright, we're fighting a big group of rats.
Enemy rats detected.
Basically. Swap. Delay. Defend. Use item. And rapid shot there. Delay. Ari's gonna go forward one. She's gonna come and summon an elemental because elementals are just broken in this game. So everyone's just moving up. Oh, we're fighting dire rats, not just regular rattos. Interesting. Ratitos. Rats taking their time to come into view. Fudo's gonna fire and entirely miss. Clearly her string is not wound correctly. Udis is just going to run up like a madman like he normally does. And Lycus secures 7 damage. Clearly seeing a giant bullseye on that Diaret's forehead. I'm gonna cast Bless. Because Bless is just a nice spell. +1 to everything.
This mess.
Sorry.
Nothing. I'm just being dork.
Yeah, you're a butt. The Fire Elemental and the Fighter both whiff the Elemental getting 2 strikes off. And the Fighter gets a little bit surrounded, but that armor and shield is coming in handy, helping him out. Yitas moves up, just outright kills the Diarat. And Lycus goes down a square to only fire wide, clearly hitting something in the background that we can't see. It's not the dirt, the arrow is just going. I'm gonna sneak up and just, yeah. Ari is just going to move up. She's going to Magic Missile the Diarat on the end. That's all she's going to do, because she does not have a lot of spells. The Fire Elemental is trapped. The Fighter gets a nice crit of 21, and is now diseased. Hopefully that goes away. Fudo gets 5 damage in. Yitas gets 15 damage in. Oh, very good. I think we need to get Yitas some new equipment. Besides that... nothing else we can do for right now. We're actually starting to get some craftables. In this game, you can just outright create your own weapons if you have enough tools at your disposal. If that dagger was a returning dagger, I would be more interested in it, but it is not, sadly. We'll go into this church and see what's up. You're searching for supplies, apparently. And we found a lockpick for a lockpick and a day's supplies, which is not bad. We're gonna camp just outside the Badger's ranges. And Fudo's off, hitting a Badger for 8. Though she's left herself entirely exposed. The Fighter coming in from behind and attempting to do something. Yet Lycus dings that Badger for 7. I'm happy about this. I'm gonna move up to find Fudo because I get the feeling she's gonna take a hit soon. And one of the Badgers decides to rage up, going froth in the mouth. And another one! Clearly it's a disease! Fudo moving behind Yitas. Very smart, very tactile. Our Fighter is no longer in auto combat range, apparently. It's just gonna move in and try to hit. Lycus backs up 1 and does 5 points of damage. Good on him. Ari is just gonna put them fuckers to sleep. So the raging dudes are no longer a threat. I'm gonna stay where I am. No one's really taking damage yet. Badger's asleep. One Badger awake. Yitas whiffs his shot. Oof, and takes 3 damage as a counter. Damn. Lycus pings for 7. Very good on him. Ari's not gonna really do a lot. She's not gonna expand an elemental. She can see the party's got this under control. Kay is going to attack a helpless creature and kills it for 9. Yitas with flanking still misses. The Badger smacking the Fighter a few times. The Fighter retaliating with just straight up 8 damage. Lycus clearly dinging into the ground. A lot of bolts and arrows being littered today, apparently. I'm gonna stay where I am. The Badgers finally wake up, still angry as ever. Yita's got a 35, and the new Badger is just getting its shit kicked in. Just range superiority here. A lot of range coming in, a lot of range going out. We have a +1 greatsword for Yitas. Interesting. Alright, we'll go over to this forest farm. And yes, forest farm, that's what they're called in this game. We've got a few halfling thieves, one halfling thieves, and a few berserkers. Half-orc berserkers, to be more precise. Okay. Everyone just moving up. Again, the fighter for some reason thinks that he can just sit there and do fuck all, but clearly needs to remember that he's being put into autoplay for a reason. Lycus steps to the side and launches 9 damage downrange, hitting his target dead on. Very good on him. I'm just gonna sneak in there and get behind Yeeters so he doesn't die. Fudo moves up and forces one of the half-orcs into Blood Rage. Ari, seeing a few Blood Rage, she's just going to step up and let the Elemental take a spot. The Elemental immediately acts and does a singular point of damage. Yeeta's almost killing one of the Blood Rage orcs. Jeez. And the first Blood Rage orc falls. 8 damage remaining. Lycus putting that poor Blood Rage orc out of his misery. Our Elemental is getting their shit kicked in though. Fudo sending 8 down range. And Yeeta's being tickled twice for very low damage. It's a rogue. What do you expect? Ari's just going to huck a magic missile because she can. And Yeeta's just outright kills that rogue. 17 damage to the skull, lopping it off. The fighter nearly decapitating one of the blood rage orcs. Going for it, and not doing so. I believe that was Lycus sending 4 damage down range. An extremely long shot with some cover playing against him. And Fudo sending down 4 damage. Ari is just going to move up, and she's going to fire a bolt, and absolutely whiff. Yeeters, with a crit of 32, decapitates that Blood Orc. And the other Blood Orc finally falls, taking a solid 9 from Lycus. We'll go up here and we will do this one here. A few badges! Interesting. Badger runs right up to Kay and attempts to bonk her, only doing a singular point of damage. Get your strength in! Yuta, seeing the opportunity, does a full 19 damage, making that Badger regret its decisions. Lycus sending a 14 down. Oh, sorry. Futo sending a 14 down. And that Badger nearly dead in front of Kay. Of course, Kay is going to take the opportunity and kabonk, doing a solid 8 points of damage. Well done. 3 badges left. Ari's just gonna sit there. No reason to waste spells if the party has it under control. Yuta's taking full damage 3 times. Jeez! Just getting his shit kicked in, and the fighter is apparently nearly dead. And a crit for 4! And Yeetus goes down! No! One of the frontliners is gone. We're gonna have to replace Yeetus with an elemental. And let the elemental do its thing. Fudo sneaking in behind Kay, doing 8 damage. Lycus staying where he is, doing 10 damage. Clearly, he's getting used to his bow. The twang of the string. Kay is gonna sneak up and do a bonk. Ari's gonna step up and try to shoot the badger, which absolutely works. No surprise. She's not trained with crossbows. She's trained in the magical arts of arcane. And Lycus putting that last badger down for 12, clearly sending its soul to the afterlife. Yeeta seems to be resurrected for 80. We are going to get Fudo an upgrade. We're going to give Fudo a stronger crossbow. Range 12, +1, magical guided heavy crossbow. She can use her spellcraft instead of dex, which is not a thing. It's also made out of darkwood, which is the weight is halved. Again, I don't know why darkwood and mithril are 2 things, and I don't question it. I really don't. Actually, I'm going to give that other magic guided crossbow to Ari. We're going to give Lycus also a backup weapon, so we never know we're going to need them. We're going to give Lycus a spear. He already has a spear, never mind. Gonna give Ariada this crossbow here, which will allow her to use her spellcast, which I believe is higher than her natural to hit at the moment. Where's the spellcraft? Yeah, his... It doesn't show her spellcraft and her skills. What the hell? Interesting. Alright. Alright, Fudo leveled. Very good. Our rogue does need to go up in levels because, well, they're our rogue. We need to be able to get our rogue up in levels to be able to disable things more easily. So let's just get Fudo's skills up. We'll get her spot up as well. Having two people with spot isn't a bad idea, even though we're taking one roll. We're gonna get her appraisal, her diplomacy, her knowledge of the streets up as well. And now we're gonna get her information gathering up too. Come here, get dire rats. Alright, and Fudo starting us off. 90% from a 70 from before. And dire rat dies in 2 hits.
Hard.
Sorry?
Nothing.
But Eater's just taking on multiple dire creatures at once and just being fine with it. He's a barbarian. He'll be okay.
Oh, you're just doing it, Caster. It's great. You're doing good.
Thank you. I tried. And Ari apparently decided to say, no, you die today. Doing 11 damage with her crossbow. Holy crap. Fudo, targeting a new dire creature and missing. Lycus, finishing off that weakened dire creature. And Yeeta's swinging for a 9, but immediately getting diseased. Not good. Sadly, Ari cannot go for that dire creature as it only has a 30 accuracy. Clearly having some cover there. So, she's gonna do a crit for 11! Good job. Okay, he's gonna sneak in and bonk. No bonk. Fudo's gonna go in and do a crit for 18! Clearly that new crossbow is doing them some good. The fighter outright kills one of the dire creatures for a 32, and Yeeters turns left and says stage left to one of the dire creatures, sending it off stage. With a normal hit of 17. I'm pretty sure it didn't have 17 HP left though. It did. And what do we find? A trapped room. A spear trap even. And Fudo gets it. Nice. Alright, we're just gonna go from area to area. Alright, a few dire rats, one shooter goblin, one shooter cutthroat, no, one cut-through goblin, and one rogue goblin. This could turn a little sour. Oh, Yeeta's leveled. Oh no, Yeeta's leveled. Yeeta's just gains a shit ton of HP, and gains uncanny dodge. Retains dex bonus, even flat-footed, except for immobilization. Which means Yeeta's keeps his dexterity being, well, he's tripped and whatnot, which is actually not a bad thing. Alright, and Yeetus needs to apply his skills. We'll put more points into spot next. Into combat! And we don't have the upper hand for once. Interesting. Dire creature moves up, fighter moves up. The other dire creatures are within range, swings and misses. Fudo moves up a singular square and applies 11 damage to that dire creature, nearly putting it out. Lycus putting that dire creature out of its misery. And Arish is going to go to sleep. Only hitting 2 out of the 3, which is not bad. She actually hit all of... Oh, and one of the gobblers decides to use Wake Up. Can I slow down? Can I slow down this? Can I slow down this? Is there a way to slow this down? Because it... Yes, there we go. Normal speed. Fudo thinking. Fudo shooting that dire creature. Lycus moves over and applies 10 damage. Very good on her. Ari is going to move up too, giving up her ability to summon the elemental. That is going to send a magic missile downrange to poke the rogue once. Okay, it's just going to slink up a singular square and wait, because, you know, cleric. What else can she do? Ari gets stabs for 3 total damage. The rogue sneaking in there. And the shooter doing another 3 damage. The fighter nearly taking off the goblin's head for 18. And Fudo just turning one of those goblins into a pincushion, like us, finishing off the last damaged goblin. Ari does not like the fact that there's a rogue right in front of her. She's gonna back up and put a bolt in that sumbitch. Doing a good 12 damage. The rogue is going to continue the pursuit, only hitting once for 2 points of damage, which is not bad. The fighter coming up to save Ari and whiffing. Fudo sneaking up and missing. This goblin is not immortal. This goblin just got very, very lucky. Luckily, it's a tyranny of being impossible to hit, being put to short rest.
Sports casting is very good.
Oh, I mean, it'd be boring if I just sat here and watched the auto-played characters do stuff.
I'm saying that in a good way.
I know. Ari will get more spells soon. So I think we'll go to the Silence Maelstrom. Maelstrom. Nothing up there. We go down. Nothing. This dungeon is full of absolutely naught. Yeah, I lie. Fudo finds a suspicious room. You can identify that it is a razor wire trap and disables it on her first go. Well done. This dungeon is empty. Yeet. Another suspicious looking hallway. A little bit more tougher this time, apparently. Finds a camouflaged pit. Ooh, that would be painful to fall down. And then literally just pulls the leafy cover off of the pit, saying, "Don't fall down." This place is seriously trapped. Finds another camouflage pit. And just pulls the rogue off of it. Apparently there is one cutthroat rogue, a few impaler rogues, and one dog. But before we do that, we are going to rest. Alright, Ari gets to go first. Ari doesn't like the fact that they're starting to get sized up party-wise, so she's going to summon an elemental that does 10 damage total. And like sending another 10 to that dog, almost putting it out of its misery. Kay is going to just step up one and wait for Yudis to get here. Yudis moves up and just outright kills that goblin. 18 damage. It just did not have a chance. Impaler throwing 2 points of damage at Kay. The melee fighter, well, the tanky fighter, moves up. Not doing very well. The elemental taking 4 points of damage. Fudo applying 2. Ari is just going to shift up one and send a bolt down range. Missing entirely. The elemental cleaving, doing 20 damage total. Jeez. Yuta's sneaking behind the impaler for some flanking advantage. And the fighter still not being able to hit his target. Clearly he needs to be spoken to afterwards and trained properly. Kay's just gonna sneak up and bonk. More lockpicks for Fudo, which is not a bad thing. This place is not abandoned, it's just poorly visited. Fudo opens it to expose a glaive? No, a Gurushima. Interesting. A tripping device, basically. Giant hook blade. Some more lockpicks, a dagger, some coinage. Nothing to turn your nose up at, but these are all just very simple locks, apparently. This is just... Ooh, we found a heavy backpack. What's in the heavy backpack? A splendor of things. 2 daggers, karma, some spell materials that we're not using, magical supplies, linen, coverings, so on. the game was saving. And a few halfling thieves. Let's see how the party deals with them. Fudo, feeling confident, moves up 2, entirely exposing herself. What a fool! An elemental is going to have to be placed beside her to keep her safe. The elemental taking hits for Fudo. Not taking hits for Fudo. Fudo needs to back up. Back the fuck up. The elemental just taking abuse after abuse. Kay's gonna slink in there and try to get some cross-flanking and crits for an 18. Just removing that halfling from existence. And so does Yeeters! Nearly doubling their HP pool. 30 crit. Jeez. Just sending people to the Shadow Realm. The elemental doing a good 8 damage, separated by 2 attacks. It's just taking so much abuse, but giving so much. I think I know what's happened. Our rangers have run out of ammunition, and I need to give them ammunition. My bad. The fighter finally hits with a 9! The disciplinary talk between him and Yeetus has finally concluded that, yes, indeed, he needs to start hitting his targets. Yes, they are actually out of ammo. Our fighter leveled. Good, good. A fighter gets a free feat. Because, you know, fighter. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him power attack. Power attack will just give him a -2 for a +5 to his damage, which is not a bad thing. It'll automatically proc. We have no need to try to activate it ourselves. And I believe that's that dungeon complete. We just completed our quest, so we are going to go back to the town that we just came from. We need 3,000 coinage. Well done. Our fighter has a few levels. He is just going to try to act scary. Act scary, and the ability to swim as a dwarf is very necessary. A sinking dwarf is not a happy dwarf. But
any kind of dwarf in water is not typically happy.
We've got +2 dex gloves, which I'm going to give to Lycus. And the halberd is a 2-handed military spear. I'm going to also give that to Lycus. Alright, we need ammo. We need ammo desperately. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go around and grab some more munitions for people. Yeeters could technically use that. There are 10 adamantine heavy flails? Excuse me, what? You are kidding! 10 master-crafted adamantine heavy flails. Piss off. Alright, we're gonna sell
I mean, I win.
We're gonna sell our surplus. You win?
Do I win?
You win, apparently.
Huzzah!
We're gonna keep this mithril dagger. It's good to have materialed weapons like that, because you never know when you may need something like it. We're just gonna go around, we're just going to go pick up a lot of arrows and bolts for Futo and Lycus. They're gonna need ammunition out the wazoo, especially if they're going to be autoed, which means all they're going to do is move up and attempt to hit the target, so... Something mysterious, huh? A swinging block track that almost outright killed Futo. And apparently, the trap activating stopped it. We found a heavy shield and some coinage, which is not a bad thing. We need to go elsewhere. We need to search elsewhere. We're gonna go this way. Yep, we're gonna get engaged on purpose. Kay is going to move up to there. She's gonna sit tight. Yeetus is going to run up as he usually does, barbarian nature and all. The fighter coming in tow. One of the cutthroats attempts to stab Yeetus and fails horribly. Ari getting focused by one of the rangers. Apparently, I still did not give any of our fucking rangers ammunition. I am a fucking idiot. The elemental going...
Just saying.
The elemental going right up behind the ranger and just bonks him for half his HP is now just getting abused for just outstepping. It's an elemental, what do you expect? I'm gonna move up and just sit tight. Yeeters does 12 damage, almost putting that goblin's life at risk. Actually, who am I kidding? He is putting that life at risk. Lycus is running right up, apparently, and is saying, fight me, 1v1 me, you won't. Ari's just gonna put that cutthroat out of its misery, so our ranged characters don't get too hurt. The elemental nearly killing that the ranger, but not being successful. Kay's gonna slink up too and bonk the cutthroat right in front of her. Yeeters being a bit tactile and getting a flanking bonus, putting that ranger out of its misery. Ari's gonna shoot that cutthroat and kill it outright. And the elemental's gonna get a kill too. Well done. I need to give my rangers ammunition before I forget again. And Futo. There we go. All ammoed up. They got bolts, they got arrows. We'll still go from town to town, picking up as many as we can. But, BU to the T, we'll keep searching for stuff, because it never hurts to have surplus ammo. Apparently there's a castle above us. Neat. More arrows with not finding a good amount of bolts, so we might have to go to the main town and start skilling. A badger is going to cross our path, potentially. No, it is not. The badger is wise enough to get out of our way. This town does not have any skill trainers. Alright, let's go to the castle. Screw it. The badger! They came back! They wanted a 1v1! And they're gonna get it! Yeeta's just dominating that one badger and wearing its head like a fucking trophy. Jesus. Ari's gonna pull up an elemental, because she can. Because elementals are practically free mercenaries that you don't have to pay. Okay, she's gonna slink up one and stop. Lyca's taking a second to think before pinging the one in the background for 11. The elemental taking abuse. Taking 6 damage. Yeeta's moving up and hitting one of the raged badgers. That poor elemental, just abuse after abuse. Ari's just going to slink up one and hold her position. The elemental doing a total of 16 damage over 2 hits. Well done. Okay, he's gonna slink up and attempt to bonk. Lycus is gonna stay where he is? No, he's gonna back up one and hit the top badger for 12. Well done. The elemental just taking more and more abuse. Yeeta's taking a total of 9 separated over 3 attacks. And just outright killing one for 18 damage. You reap what you sow, apparently. Jeez. Fudo killing that last badger. Fudo finds a mysterious place. Finds another razor wire hallway. I'm gonna guess it's a hallway full of razor wire. Yes, we found a capital. Sanran. Which is a very unique wording. Okay, we have a natural armor necklace there. Nice. Some masterwork bolts. Take those, but they're gonna cost an arm and a leg. There aren't any regular bolts, which is a little bit of an annoying thing. I spent about 300 on ammo, which is not bad. We're gonna buy a Keeler's kit too, so we can start trading shit on the fly. We're going to deliver a message. We're gonna start doing a little bit of questing. We're yet to get a 3,000 to prove our strength, because apparently we haven't done that yet. Apparently surviving multiple, encounters so far means nothing. As usually it happens to all adventurers. Just a little rude. We're going to do another message delivery. And we're engaged by some badgers! Badger, 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 badger. Oopsie. The fighter has no clue what to do and will just move up and defend. Kay is gonna slink up behind him. Lycus having his turn. Seeing one of the badgers. And hits it for a crit of 25, clearly knowing where the heart is. Clearly Ari is out of ammunition, which is not a bad thing. She is a spellcaster, predominantly. I'm not going to be so fretted to refill Ari's ammunition. But Yeeters does 18 damage, half killing that one of those badgers. And Fudo missing a nearly dead badger. Come on. Two of the badgers raging up! And Yeeters taking some hits. The fighter sneaking in behind and just bonking that poor badger for 21 damage. I'm just gonna heal Yeetus preemptively. Lycus, moving over 1, 2. Missed that badger entirely, apparently. Ari's gonna move up and slap some magic missile on that bitch. Yeetus taking a hit for 1. And he bites back for a hit of 19, killing a badger. The fighter, clearly not wanting to be sculled by Yeeters again, takes the advice, I'll do better or else, and does 18 damage. And Lycus just shuffling along, trying his best to stay out of combat. Or at least out of melee. Yeeters taking a singular point of damage and just starts laughing as he does 15 back, killing a badger. The fighter moving up and bonking for 8. I'm just gonna sneak in there and try to hit. And miss entirely. This K is not entirely combat scenarioed. Like is hitting with a 24. Just you see the arrow go in one eye and leave the other eye. Just holes, man. Just holes. Apparently we're being engaged. I didn't even get to see what we're getting engaged by. A few slingers and a few impalers. So we've got range to deal with. Fudo is just going to shift down one and try to hit and kill one of the slingers outright. Ari does not like the fact that one of the slingers just went immediately to target her. She's just going to put an elemental in the way and let the elemental do its own thing. She's just going to get behind one of the impalers and try. And get stabbed for 5 damage. He just moves up to the damaged impaler and finishes it off. Our dwarf fighter still very slow. We'll have to get him some speed boots. Or get a feat that, prevents him from being so slow. I take damage! I don't like the fact that I'm getting bonked, so I'm gonna shield up. Eaters! Getting hit for 2! Lycus backing up and missing a slinger. Entirely. Fudo! Nearly killing one of the slingers! Seeing Ari getting hit and just not agreeing with that situation at all. Ari's just gonna put 2 of those fuckers to sleep! Just go to sleep! Go to sleep! Everyone! Go to sleep! The fighter moves up and does a defensive action. Okay, I thought he was going to take the advantage and, yeah. Apparently not. Lycus is just going to shuffle up and defend. Please hope he's not out of ammunition already. No, everyone's just moving up on the sleepy slinger for some reason. Ari's going to wake it up with a magic missile. Screw it. Wake up so we can start doing damage. And the elemental finishes it off for Ari. Oh. Ari found a phylactery of negative channeling. +2 for negative energy spells. Sadly, no one in this party does negative damage, so we're just gonna have to rid that sumbitch from our inventory. How much does it sell for? 300. We're gonna hold on to that for now. For now, then. Some more arrows for Lycus. We're not finding a lot of bolts, which is worrying me. There we go. There are some bolts. Just gonna go from city to city, finding some more ammunition. It doesn't hurt to have surplus. Lycus has a very good surplus of arrows. I'm just gonna make him hold all his arrows at once, so we don't have to worry about him for a while. We need to focus on getting Futo some more ammunition. We'll go into the Sage's shelter over here. We'll arm Futo up entirely. Futo finds a suspicious place. Finds another camouflaged pit and just sighs excessively and falls into said pit, taking no damage. Apparently this one's obvious. It's wall darts. Okay, interesting. And disables it. Find some bullets, some sling bullets, and some coinage. Not a bad thing. I won't say no to coinage. A few cobalt skirmishes. Alright, let's see what the fighter does. Lycus does 9 damage to start, and the fighter sneaks in there, doing 6, nearly killing the kobold. Yidis is going to be preoccupied, which is fine by me. Ari's not going to waste any spells. Kay is going to get in there and attempt to kill that kobold, and fail miserably. And they get hit herself! No! Fudo doing 7, and Yida's just cutting that kobold's head straight off. He does have a great sword. The fighter finishing off that kobold, apparently someone did damage to it already. No, the fighter killed it off entirely. That's fine. I'm gonna try to do flanking and work. Good. Get flanked myself and not work. Good. Yeeta's finishing off that kobold for 18 damage. 16 damage, I can read. And the fighter just outright killing that one kobold for 20 points of damage. Damn. An acidic throwing axe. I am going to give that to Yeeta's, so he has a ranged weapon. Yeetus has acquired an acidic axe. Is there any other buffs to that axe? It's flyback, it's heavy thrown, but also has light, so we can either use strength or dexterity to throw that sumbitch, but it does an additional 1d6 acid damage on hit. No way to turn it off. Finds a suspicious place. Can identify the war blade. And disables it. Nice. That +1 Masterwork Thieves tools is clearly coming in handy. Fails the search. That's another war blade trap. But disables it after taking a tiny bit of damage. Yay! Found a chest. And coinage. These dungeons are actually probably the best way to make coinage, to be very honest. You just come out rich, because you just have so much stuff packed into a small area. We're gonna go over here and search this place, though. We find a treasure chest going down that way. Glad that we looked then. Finds a +1 Masterworks Tower Shield, so we're gonna put that on our dwarf. Still no armor penalty, no speed penalty for Tower Shields, which is very nice. Oh yeah, because defensive trait? No. It's one of these. Dwarves tend to have like free skills that make them not be slowed by certain items. We found a few dwarf maulers, so let's hope our dwarf can be better than their dwarf. Dwarfs. Should be more precise. Damage being dealt, Lycus missing. Yeeta's moving up, and cleaving that one be tweaks for 13 damage. Okay, going in for a 7 bonk. And sweeping strikes being used at level 2. I just fucking hate sweeping strikes so much. We're gonna put these dwarves to sleep! Only puts one to sleep. Fair enough. And he's immediately woken up. Damn it. Sounds like he got a good slap to the face, though. Lycus shifts up 1. Does no damage whatsoever. Yeeters nearly cuts that 1 in 2. Jeez. And taking aggro for K. That's very nice of him. Clearly, being the more scarier thing is clearly working. Ari securing that kill. And as Yeetus just takes damage after damage after damage. He is a barbarian. They are used to it. I'm also going to boop the Dirk. Was hoping that Yeetus would not finish that one off, to be very honest. Plus 2 spell resistance. I'm going to give that one to Yeetus. We're going to take a camp in the dungeon. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Treasure room! More coinage! And a throwing hammer. A few half-orc berserkers. Oh my. The fighter shifts up and puts one to half HP, doing 18 damage to one of the blood orc berserkers. Fudo backstepping and doing some damage. The fighter just taking aggro. Yeeta's moving in, almost killing one of the half-orcs. Now the fighter just getting wailed on. Yeeta's taking just a good chunk of damage there. 12 points. We're gonna get an elemental into the fray. And the elemental hits twice, killing 2 of the orcs. K is going to take the opportunity attack and shift away, but she's going to heal the fighter. Fudo shifting forward on trying to hit the orc and misses. Orc try to hit the fighter and doesn't work. Lycus getting a 24 crit on, good on him. And Yeetus using that new axe to just absolutely maul one of those poor orcs. The elemental shifting up and double hits. 1 for 10 and the other one just putting him out of commission. If that Merthorax had throwing on it, that would be worth. Are you enjoying the commentary? I hope you guys are. I'm having fun. Plus, just getting my vocab up. A few goblin ranges. That's the exit. A few goblin ranges. Hobgoblin ranges. Never mind. We're going a step up in goblin, apparently. And these are the two-wielding type of ranges as well, so they're going to get multiple hits in. For some reason, Yeeta's being a little bit confused what he has to do, so he's just going to go up and try to bonk the ranger. He ends up getting flanked, which doesn't help. Ari is going to come in with an elemental and do 10 damage with the elemental. The fighter coming in, finishing off with 11. Fudo sending one down range. 11 damage dealt. Good job. Kay is just gonna slink off into the night, never to be seen again. Lycus puts down that ranger. Yeetus moves forward and just betwixt that poor ranger, just cuts him in 2. And a ring of deflection. Where would that go? You have a magic item, you have 3 magic items. Kay does not. Ari does not. You know, I'm gonna give it to Ari. +1 to Ari's AC is always good. No one has leveled so far from being in this dungeon, which is weird. Dungeons are normally a very quick way to level. A few dire rats. Let's go. The fighter just moves up bravely and just whiffs his shot. Come on. Fudo hitting with 9. Gita's throwing something for 14. Lycus killing one of the dire rats for 12, sending its soul into the ether. Gita's becomes diseased. Not good. The fighter taking a few hits. Okay, he's gonna have to come in and give Gita's a heal. His con and his dex being damaged, his dex being healed off. Seeming that heal can fix anything. Gita's just abusing the fact that that throwing axe just does so much damage. There's no point of Ari doing anything. She's just going to chill out and watch. Okay, he's going to slink forward and see if she can get some healing off. But the fighter finishing off for 13. The poor dire rat just not being able to coexist with the fighter in front of it. Fudo failing that disable. Very disappointed. Again, this is a level, like, 2 Fudo, so what can I do? Alright, that room holding nothing. Actually, holding a suspicious place. And Fudo was able to avoid the swinging block trap. Those swinging block traps, man, they just move fast when they get momentum. Just finding room after room after room and just not being rewarded at all. The dungeon, I believe, is now clear. We move on. Yes, we move on. We're gonna go over to this tent here and explore it. It has a blade trap wall. Interesting. And Fudo just eats it hard and just takes the attack to the face. Alright, we're gonna go back to a town and do some selling. Looks like we can get skills here. Perfect. So we're going to get the dwarf to be a crafter, so he's going to be our blacksmith. He's also going to be our weaponsmith. He's also going to be our blacksmith. Some bank. Yeah, that natural armor necklace would actually be really good for Yutas. Just to get him some natural armor would not be a bad idea. Okay, let's go over to this mine here. Clearly there's something here. We're engaged by some skelly butts! No! Fudo! Trying to hit the skeleton and misses. Kay is going to move up, and she's going to attempt to turn... Actually, I'm going to delete that skill right there. Put turn here. And put my level 1 spells back. She's going to wait for the skeletons to move up. Lycus shifts over 1, sends one down range, and only does 1 point of damage because skeletons have physical resistance. And the fact that these skeletal warriors are a little worrying. Yudas moves up and hacks for 11. Would have been 16 if that 5 was not there. Can I remove the auto-follow character? Yeah, because this will just give me control over the thing while... Yeah. Ari's going to move up, she's going to evaluate the situation in front of her. Boopatic. The fighter shifts up and does 3 damage, applying every single point. Futo does no damage. Lycus does 3 damage. I forgot to turn. Oh well. Yita's taking 3 damage. The fighter just being able to avoid taking damage, period. Does 2 points of elemental damage in the form of 1 magic missile bolt. Futo should not be this close in combat. Hopefully Futo moves away. Very good. I forgot to do turn again. Actually, it's not a bad thing I didn't forget to do turn. Yita's being targeted. Twice. Goes for the healthy skeleton. Nearly half out health it. Ari is going to just sit tight. Sleep spell doesn't work here. Wrong type of weapons coming from our fighter and our barbarian, but that's okay. Turns 3 out of the 4 skeletons. They're going to run for the hills. Run for their lives. The upside of when something's turned, it will run away. Opportunity attacks up the wazoo. Yeeters tries his throwing axe, doesn't work. The other skeleton having to run away now, being affected by the turn. Ari's just gonna sit still. Fighter attempts to flank, but doesn't get there. Okay, he's gonna do a flank and hit the skelly butt. Her having a mace does help. Lycus just not doing any damage at all. Yeeta's whiffing his attack. Yeeta's getting hit for 4 damage though. Oh, I need a second. One moment. Just need some water. Ari's just gonna sit still. The fighter gets into a flanking position and kills it. Good on him. Kay has no healing spells, so Yeetus is just gonna have to endure damage. Yeeta's going after one of the skelly butts. Ari's just gonna sit tight. Fighter runs off. Kay's gonna sit tight. Fudo is going to pursuit, even though she doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm moving Lycus up. And Lycus is gonna sit tight. Yuda's pursuing! Skellybutt finally gets his ethereal balls back and starts to go into combat. The fighter decides to join Yeeters. Kay is going to slink up. Fudo is going to move up 1 and do 2 damage, exceeding the damage threshold. Well done. Lycus doing 10 points of pokey damage. Yeeters throwing his axe. Ari's just going to shift over 1 and stay out of the way. Ooh, the fighter not doing any damage at all because of that damage resistance. Fudo could kill it! Fudo misses! Lycus backs up again and kills the skeleton. One of the skeletons left combat. Interesting. A few dogs, 1 goblin impaler. We need to rest. So everyone can get their spells back. Lycus starting us off, moving upward apparently, and taking a guard. Clearly his ability to spot and hear is coming into effect here. Fudo is going to move up, and then Fudo is going to take a wait action. Range. No. That's all kind of wrong. Nope, that's kind of wrong. Delay, defend, use item. She's going to wait. Yudis runs off and locates one of the enemies. It's just one of the dogs. They must be using a different exit. I get the feeling that they are boxed in. Boxed like a fox. Swap. Delay. Defend. Defend. Item. Wait. Ari is going to use an elemental to scout. Why do it yourself when you get somebody else to do it for you? Vicus moves over 2 and completely whiffs his attack. One of the dogs moves forward and hits Yidis for 4 damage. He counter hits for 18, nearly putting the dog out of its misery. Kay is going to move forward and just stay on Yidis for now. The Impaler moves up and throws something at Yudis, doing a single point of damage. That's just tickling him at this point. Ari's going to move up. She is going to cast Sleep. She can't, she needs a full action. The Elemental sneaks in behind Yudis. Fuda moves up, does 13 damage, finishing off the dog. The fighter, yet again, missing his shot. Clearly, Yudis will have to have an executive talk with him afterwards. But moves up and uses a throwing axe. Smart man. Melee in the corner would be a bad idea. Ari is just going to wait there. She has very little reason to do anything right now. The Elemental hitting for 7. Fudo missing entirely. The fighter hitting for 12. Good on him. And Kay's just going to slink up and get ready to heal. The dog taking an arrow to the knee, or its knee, in the sense. That was a horrible joke. Never mind. The Elemental critting for 17. Jeez. The fighter slipping in by 1. Okay, he's gonna go and do the same. Never mind. Lycus finishing off that last doggo. Apparently we've got spider silk somehow. Damn drow. Keep it in the sheets, damn it. Got a few badges. I'm gonna wait. Ari is going to move forward and then just wait. Edis moves forward and throws his axe for 20 damage. Jeez. That 1d6 acid is coming in handy. Lycus crits for a 34. Jeez. Just putting that badger out of its bloody misery. Am I still streaming? No, OBS is just being stupid. Gotcha. Ari is not going to summon an elemental. This is practically under control. Yuta shift forward 1. Crit for 32. Fighter shifts down 1. Entirely misses. Lycus sends an 11 damage arrow down range. Ah! The fighter gets hit for the 3, thinking it's impossible. Fudo is going to send an arrow down range. I don't know why she's asking for an action. Ari's just gonna shift forward 1 and wait. There's really no point of trying to do something. Battle is already over. We're gonna go this way and run into another group of badges. Stronger, apparently. Fighter sneaks forward for 11. Badges slowly sneaking up on him. Yeeters going in for 15 damage. He's gonna make a pelt out of that badger. He swears it. I'm gonna get in there for 5 free damage. Lycus is gonna stay where he is, and crits are 27, just sending that poor thing into the afterlife with no recourse, no emotion. Futo shifts over and puts himself at disadvantage for some reason. The fighter blocking all 3 shots. The barbarian going in for 17 damage. The elemental, the legend, just taking abuse. Lycus backsteps 1 and entirely whiffs the shot for backstepping 1. The elemental double slamming for a total of 60 damage. Fudo comes into range, 13, putting that badger out of its misery. The fighter stepping forward for 8, and Yeeters finishing it off for 16. Good on him. Now back to our original location. Let's go to this town over here. No, interesting. Okay then, sure. I'll buy that one for $1. Shit salutations. Lycus leveled? Yes, Lycus leveled. Perfect. Alright, level 3 ranger. He gets endurance. Plus 4 following saves. Hold your breath. Continually running. Gotcha. Alright, he gets 2 feet. So let's get him some more range stuff. Let's go for precise shot. Go to weapon training. Pick up weapon focus. Of course, Lycus doesn't get spells until level 4, so he's still 1 level off. A lot of shinies! Damn! Some ammunition. Some silvered ammunition, actually. And a Ring of Regeneration. I'm going to put that on Beatus right now. Gonna take that spell resistance cape off of him. Put that on Futo. Okay, leveled up. Level 3 cleric. Very good. Take shield proficiency. Don't take tower shield, and we'll take toughness. Actually, improved initiative. And Ari, I believe, gets a first level 2 spell slot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take up augment summoning. So her elementals are just a little bit stronger. To pick up Scorching Ray, we are going to pick up Web. All good spells. All good spells. Concentration of 8 is not bad for a mage. Oh, and we're being engaged by some impalers. And one should shoot a boy. Ari's gonna throw out some web and immobilize some bitches. Kay is just going to Move up to the mark. She did clearly not chose her spells. I wish you could legitimately pick your spells when you got them. Shift forward 1, wait. There are still boys off screen. Yeda's being very smart and actually not going into the webs. So is the fighter. And crits for 9, killing that poor cutthroat. Didn't have a chance. Fudo is going to shift forward 1 and put a bolt down range. Hitting the Impaler for 3 Lycus. Well done. Ari's going to summon an elemental. A rock elemental, precisely. If I remember correctly, rock elementals aren't immune to being immobilized, which is a bad thing for us. But no worries. Okay, he's going to shift up and wait. And that Impaler just immobilized himself. Good job! Eater's doing 14 damage, and the fighter doing 7 damage. I believe his name is Loden. I'll start saying his name. Loden. A lot of damage going around. Like is getting the 8 off. Let's do a Scorching Ray if I was close enough. Never mind. Yes, the fighter... I was correct. The Earth Elemental is not immune to being immobilized. The fighter immobilizing himself like an absolute unit! Shooter boy attempts to shoot in melee and then just gets bonked for it. Congratulations. Intelligence is 0. Futo misses. Lycus with a 10. Ari's just going to kill that last goblin for just by igniting the ground around it. We're going to go get some supplies before we start. Want to go to the mine. That's a... Oh, that's a salamander. I thought that was a basilisk. Like, we could level off of that. But Futo leveled. Good, good. Futo is going to take... Disable device. Want to give Lycus the +1 competent Darkwood bow. A shock lizard? Okay, immune to electricity. Puts 11 onto one of the shock lizards. Ari should not be moving like that. Clearly, the shock lizard's having some form of breath weapon. Fighter will move up, do a little bit of protection. K is going to shift forward 1 and give everyone bless. A +1 to their attacks against something new is not a bad thing. Fudo moves up 1 and entirely misses. Jeter's just running in there like the mad lad he is. Doing a crit of 27! And it looks like the lizards have a disagreeing aura, hitting each other. Jeez, who would have thunked it? Lycus backing up, putting one of the shock lizards out of order. Ari is going to summon an elemental. A wind one specifically. Perfect. Apparently, it is now on fire. Apparently, it's a firenado. Oh no. Kay is just going to stay back for a tiny bit. See if those shock lizards can get keeled down a tiny bit. Yeah, it seems like those auras just don't agree with each other. But of course, every turn they get is free damage. Ari is going to step forward 1. She's going to... Never Never mind, I forget Scorching Ray is really short range for some reason. The fighter missing. Kay's gonna sneak up and give Yidas a heal. Fudo moving up for a 13. Yida's moving up for an 18, killing 2 for 2, and Lycus not putting one out of commission. No worries. We'll get there. Ari's just gonna send a magic missile down range. 2 of them for 5 damage each. Very well done. The elemental double slapping that son bitch to non-existence. Apologies for the sneeze. That one just came out of nowhere. Yidas just gets another feat, so we're just gonna go for weapon focus. Make Yidas a bit, give Yidas an easier time to hit things. There are currently some dwarf maulers and some halfling slingers in there. I'm gonna move forward 1 and then guard. Mauler gets hit for 9 from Fudo. Damage being dealt already. Emotions clearly complex. Ari is just gonna summon an elemental right beside K. It's an earth elemental, perfect! The fighter moves up. Still being very slow. Any combat that takes more than 4 squares, he's not gonna get there immediately. Lycus hits for a 13. Yidas runs right in there and misses, swinging way too violently for his own good. And just being targeted repetitively. So is Kay. Kay is going to just guard up. There's really nothing she can do. No one's really too damaged. Nothing to worry about. Fudo sends some damage down to the ranger. And the earth elemental takes 22 damage. Jeez. These boys having molds. Clearly getting harvested for its raw resources. The elemental strikes back with a 23 and a cleave. Lycus steps back for a moment, trying to take out that slinger. And Yidas steps forward, putting a 17 downrange. Good on him. Sadly, I can't heal the elemental. I'm gonna get in there and just support. Fudo putting 11 downrange as a crit. Good job. Throwing Scorching Ray onto the slinger. Doing a 27 crit, just turning it into fucking ash. Nothing remains. Alright, we're gonna go to the coal mine next, because it just happens to be nearby. Oh crap, we got skills, right. Ammo? Nope. A few fighters, a few vipers. One more null marauder. Trying to make Yidas a little bit more scary. Trying to give Fudo some more skills. Give Fudo the standard skills that she already has. Alright, now let's go to the cave. 1 hobgoblin archer, 1 wolf, a few warriors, 1 ranger. Well, that's fine. Kay is just gonna move over 1 and just sit tight. Lycus is going to slink over 1 and hit the ranger for 12. Clearly starting this engagement correctly. Wolf runs right up and attempts to hit the fighter, but fails fantastically. The ranger, not being happy, tries to hit Lycus, and the fighter tries to hit the wolf, not succeeding. That natural armor coming into effect. Fudo finishing off that ranger. No more range superiority for the other team. Ari's gonna sit tight and summon an elemental next turn. There's no point of her moving right now. Yidas shifts over and puts 13 onto the wolf. That wolf clearly, you know, feeling it. Kay bonking the wolf for 8. Lycus bonking the wolf for 11, putting it out of its misery finally. So much damage out in such a little time frame. Fudo! Did 11 damage. Sorry, I blanked mentally for a second there. Ari's gonna throw down another Earth Elemental. That's 3 for 3 Earth Elementals at the moment. Ari, do you have connections with the Earth Plane or something? We would never know! Yuda's doing 13 damage to one of the fighters. One of the fighters sneaking up and bonking him for a singular 8 point of damage. Kay moves up. She's going to cast Bless. She feels like the situation needs a bit of assistance. Lycus backs up again and does 5 more points of damage. The fighter does 13 damage. Fudo missing. Earth Elemental missing. Disappointing. Clearly connection to the Earth Plane right now is not the strongest. The Earth Elemental cleaved with 12 and then hit for an 18. Yuda's hitting for a 19, then getting retaliated with a 8. Okay, slinks forward 1. Lycus puts them out of their misery. Alright, let's go clear a quarry quickly. Looks like we're taking an alternative route there, which is fine by me. It's free map exploration. We're engaged by some pups. By some Hicken Howlers. Hicken Howlers identified. Apparently Fudo thinks that they're a fighter. They quickly learn that they are not. Ariada's just going to move forward and hold her position. Yuda's moved forward and clearly took some damage. Wolves having the ability to trap would be a bad thing if Yuda's were to fall on the ground right now. Kay has no choice but to take the back route. She doesn't want to be targeted by those wolves. Lycus! Shifting back, sending 13 downrange. Good job. And Yuda's is now flanked by 2 different directions and triangle flanked once. This is bad for him. One of the wolves, being almost put out of his misery, is now put out of its misery. Ari is going to move up by 1. Just going to wait. Kay is going to slink in behind Yuda's and she's going to wait to see how much damage she takes. Lycus! Putting 1 down range and putting that wolf out of its misery for 10. The fighter moving forward and missing. Again, the fighter is more just to be a wall than anything else. But at the same time, a wall they can't hit is just a wall. Yuda's putting it out of its misery after Fudo. A 9, then an 8, then a 16 on top of it. Ari's gonna move up again and just wait. Clearly the party has this under control. Jeez! Putting 14 down range like us. Good job. Kay's gonna slink in here and bonk that wolf for a crit of 15. Just the skull caves. Futo doing 11. Yuda's doing 15. We've been to that... Oh, no, apparently we don't get to go there just yet. No, apparently we get to go fight some dire rats first. The fighter getting targeted and getting diseased. Oh no! Kay getting targeted and being hit but not being diseased. Fudo shifts up, does 4 damage. Ari's gonna slink up 1 and throw an elemental in front of Kay, because, yeah, if our cleric gets diseased, it's not good for the team. The elemental taking aggro and getting diseased. Elementals not being immune to diseases. They are beings of pure element. Yuda's going around and just doing 12 damage after flanking. The fighter whiffing a shot. Lycus putting one of the dire rats out of its needs. Kay's just gonna slink back 1. She's just gonna hold her position. The dire rat trying to hit the fighter in the sink. The elemental getting hit for 4. That dire rat just got annihilated for 9. The elemental killing 2, doing a total of 35 and then 12. Yuda's doing 9 damage, then getting hit but not getting diseased, thankfully. That Diarrhea clearly has something going on for it. Agile, the ability to move, the self-preservation it has to move. Fudo moves up and make sure that preservation is just checked. It's not there. The Elemental goes up behind the Diarrhea and just lightly touches it. Just boop. Off button pushed. Ooh, we got our first pack of elites. And I fight at level 2, perfect. We're going to give a fighter cleave, because cleave is actually a very nice skill for melee. We're going to give Yita's cleave as soon as we can as well. I'm going to rest, we're going to save. Actually. While I remember. Then save. Alright, we've got one null pack leader and a few huntsmen. I'm gonna have to play a bit smartly. Where are they coming from? Alright, so let's get a bless going on. And then cable weight. Let them all move up. Attempts to hit Yitas. Misses. Does a multi-shot. Only hits 1 for 9. Yitas is probably not feeling too happy about that. Runs right up to one of the elite archers and just puts 12 damage on him. Fudo, aiming for the leader in the back. What confidence. Lyca's hitting the back for confidence. I need to have this visible. Getting some good damage in as well. Getting 6 points each. Clearly that Null. Almost having 100 hit points too. That was a good guess from me. Ari is just going to move up one. She's going to call on an elemental. They're going to need all the assistance that they could grab. This earth again, another earth elemental. Ari clearly has ties to the earth plane. Is she the avatar? No, she's just very lucky. Kay's going to move up, and she's going to give bull strength to Yitas, giving him an extreme strength boost. Rapid shot on Yitas, 1 hitting for 4. Rapid 1 shot on Yitas for 12. The fighter slinking in behind. Yitas moving forward and hitting for a 41. Jeez. Lycus aiming for one of the archers. Yitas almost fucking dead. Not good. Yitas is doing good, but at the same time, he needs to get the fuck out of there. Ari is going to do 7 damage total. The Earth Elemental! Slinking in there! And Kay is able to get a heal in before Yitas falls. Ariada now being focused, being a mage. Not very tanky, not a lot of HP. The fighter going in, dealing with that ranger. 13! Moving up, missing entirely. Futo puts that Null pack leader down with a 21 crit. Good on her. Well done. Ari is going to get out of the line of sight of that Null. And she's going to cast Web on it because she doesn't want that thing to move anymore. Earth Elemental going up, only hitting 1 for 11. Kay is just going to slink forward 1, and she's just going to wait her patience by. Lycus is getting hit, but he actually has a good source of HP. The Elemental taking 2 hits. It's for a total of 13, sorry. No, 15. Fudo hitting for 8. Elite Null Ranger goes down for a crit of 31. Clearly the arrow just going right through his chest plate. Lycus finding a weak spot as his chest cavity is just erupted in front of him. Nothing he could do. Futo is just going to peer at the last Null Ranger. And the other Null Ranger goes down. Well done, team. Well done, team. We're gonna go sell some stuff at the moment, because we're a bit packed inventory-wise. Once banks are available, and they are a thing in this game, we're gonna put some of this stuff away. Anything that's like not a weapon, I'm just gonna stow into the third slot for now. Freshwater irregular pearls. That's actually not bad. Alright, we're gonna make a little bit of coinage. A +1 bastard sword. Interesting. You only have martial proficiency. Oh, you only have martial proficiency hammer. That actually you have fighter proficiencies as well. So I can't get that to the fighter. Alright, actually, was there ammo here? I didn't check that. Yes, there is. Good. How are we doing for our ammo reserves for our 2 ranging characters? Lycus is down an entire stack. Futo is down 2 stacks. So let's go ahead and give Futo all their bolts. Give Lycus all their arrows. To the quarry! Killed all the ones at the quarry already. To the forest farm! Sun Knoll Claw Fighters. Interesting. This is going to be unique to see how the party deals with this one. Kay is just going to wait. She has no reason to act right now. Lycus steps back, sends 10 down range. Ari's going to shift forward 1. She's going to call on another Earth Elemental. Called it! Clearly Ari is just connected to the Earth plane somehow. You would think the mage, shrouded in fire, would be connected to the fire plane. Clearly I am wrong. Fudo shifts over, puts 4 down range. Not bad for being partially covered by a rock. The fighter attempts to move up to join the Earth Elemental, but Eudes does move up and joins the Earth Elemental, hitting for 14, putting that Null fighter into the bloody status. Kay is going to slink in behind Eudes. She's going to cast a bless. There are a lot of people here, and she doesn't want allies to miss their shots. Lycus puts that Null down for 9 damage. And the Earth Elemental does 13, just outright bonking that poor Null Claw fighter. The Earth Elemental, now just becoming the center of attention, being so far forward. The fighter joins him for 11. Eudes, with no flanking bonus, does an 18 damage, killing that Null outright. Now it's going to become the new target, the new face of the party, for everything to wail on. Getting a little bit damage, Kay is going to slink in behind Eudes. And she is going to wait. This may not be as dire as she thinks. 24 damage done to that Claw fighter. Ari is just going to magic missile it. It has no HP. Killing 1 for 5, sending 5 damage elsewhere. Earth Elemental is gonna, for some reason, not do its turn autoed. It's just gonna shift forward 1 and bonk twice. Doing 29 damage total, killing that Claw Null fighter. Our fighter shifts forward, doing 10. Eudes shift forward, doing 20. Just making sure that they are defeated. And it seems like the game is a little frozen. Please give it a second. I do hope everyone is enjoying the auto characters commentary. It seems like the game is frozen. Yeah, there we go. Some more arrows. We'll go to the Shrine of the Forgotten because it's just here. A few bugbears, just bugbears in general. Oh, badges. I can read. A fighter taking 2 hits, 2 points of damage. And then another 2 points of damage separated over 2 different attacks. Kay is just going to slink forward 1 and wait her turn. Fudo shifts over, doing a 14 crit, putting that badger at half HP. Edis going forward, doing 13 damage, just making sure that badger feels every inch of pain he's delivering. Lycus backs up 1 and doesn't like the badger, doing 10. Fighter misses, really good chance of hitting it as well. Kay is just going to wait, there's no damage to heal just yet. Edis getting hit for 1, Fighter getting hit for 3, Fudo moving forward. Why is Fudo thinking that they're a fighter to 4? I know that they're a rogue, but they need to be more careful. The fighter taking a total of 10 damage separated over 3 separate attacks. Jeez. Ari is going to Scorching Ray, the one at the top, doing 11, putting it out of its misery. Lycus sitting 15 down range, killing one of the badgers. Kay is going to slink forward. She's going to take an opportunity attack for healing the fighter. The badger misses. The badger rages up, doing 13 damage. 11 damage to Yeeters. Fudo does 12 damage. Yeeters putting the badger out of its misery, landing a good 20 hit on it. This dungeon yet to seem to be infested with any form of traps. Just going room by room. There's a trap. It's a bit suspicious. It's a scythe blade trap. Interesting. And Fudo gets a level in their mechanical skills. You know, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm having fun with the commentary. It's making me breathe more heavily, but I'm very sure that's fine. A few hobgoblin soldiers and a few hobgoblin rangers. Kay goes first. Kay's gonna move up and just give Yeetus a heal. A full barbarian is a happy barbarian. Fudo nearly getting hit? No? Retaliating with an 18 crit. Kyra, I keep calling Yeetus Kyra. Kyra, Yeetus 13. The Roger doing 10, and then Lycus doing 9 damage on top of it. Slipping forward 1 square, Ari's just going to summon another elemental for assistance. The elemental goes forward 1, hits once, does 15 damage, putting that bugbear very low, that hobgoblin very low. Jeez, that ranger targeting the elemental. And then Fudo out of nowhere deciding to put that hobgoblin down. Our fighter, his new cleave, finally proccing. Killing one and nearly killing the other. Seriously leaving a bonking headache. That is a good luck ring. I am going to put that on our fighter, because our fighter clearly needs it. Our fighter also doesn't have any magical equipment. I'm going to do a save. I don't trust myself. Ooh, we were ambushed. Okay, interesting. I can't cast Bless, and I have little to no spells. Okay, she's gonna sit still. Ari is going to tell everyone over there to go to sleep. All but one being affected. Yeeta's taking the advantage of the only awake character. And then the fighter coming in, cleaving, and hitting one of the dwarves, making him go into an awake state, being panicked. Okay, so we're going to take some caution and go around the other characters that are asleep. She doesn't trust the fact that they're asleep. Ari's going to go forward, she's just going to sit tight. The dwarf steps back, just to die with a 15 from Eaters. Fudo! Everyone is just going to gang up on this poor halfling. Okay, he's going to send it off. A hit for an 11. Ari's just gonna sit still. There's no point in using web at all. The fighter shifts forward. Fudo shifts forward, doing damage. And the halfling falls. Okay, he's gonna go right down and say hello. Halfling taking 9 damage. Ari's moving forward just to watch the spectacle. Yeeta's finishing off that halfling. Alright, let's go down along corridor number 2. It's a bit of a suspicious place. And she has a 100% chance to do this. Damn, no chance of failure. Just free experience at that point. It's good to see Fudo's skills are now exceeding the dungeon's requirements, even though that this dungeon is only set to level 1. Another one. Interesting. And failed. Well, damn. Ah, crap. We're finding a good majority of things. Treasure chest after treasure chest. It's just more experience. Damn it! It's just more experience with Fudo. You know we're gonna go this way. Well, we're going that way. I am going to be right back. One moment. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this dungeon and then I'm gonna pull it. I believe that we're at a pretty good stopping point for now. I just want to spend some time with Dirk anyway. The fact that Fudo keeps getting these on the first try is actually pretty good. She's getting a lot of disables off, which is actually pretty nice. Alright, I think that's the last group. dwarf moves into position just a tiny bit, and I interrupt his entire thing. I'm just going to do that again. For some reason, I really wish the only ones affected by the auto battle would only be affected by the auto battle. Sweep strike on the both of them. That dwarf's gonna get bonked. 19 damage being dealt to him. K takes 8, and then another 9. The dwarf fighter comes in to save her, doing 9 damage. K is going to move up a square and then heal herself on a corner. Hopefully it's enough so Yeeters can come down and help. Fudo puts 11 down range, killing that one dwarf. Ari's just going to move up. She has no spells available. Lycus almost straight up kills that dwarf. And here comes Yeeters to mop. 15 damage. And to take aggro for K. How nice. Our dwarf fighter only doing a very minimal amount of damage. Very disappointed. Fudo moving up another square, doing a crit of 19! Jeez! Alright, so what I'll do is I'll move over here, and then I will save, and then I'll call the stream. I just want to spend some time with Ari, so apologies to anyone coming in. Anyway, I do appreciate everyone popping by. I will be uploading this to YouTube, so yeah. I don't know what to say. I'll just do my recap after, I guess. I do hope you all have an awesome day or night where you happen to be, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.